name is Julia. I am a UI/UX designer at CXDojo company. I became a true perfectionist after I started doing a design job. When we design websites and web applications, we use a special grid. So now when I see that some things are not in a correct order, it annoys me a lot. Yes, all the time. I'm kidding, of course. Everything that we have nowadays, it is a result of old ideas that we have already seen somewhere. Let's take as an example the Apple company. I don't know what about you, but as for me, Apple has magnificent products. They are minimalistic, beautiful, and functional. Did Jonathan Ive create everything from scratch? No, he was inspired by work of another wonderful and talented person, whose name is Dieter Rams, a designer of the Brown company. Can we just say here that Jonathan Ive stole the design from Dieter Rams? Well, products of the Brown company are shown at modern art museums, whereas Apple products, one of the most amazing products in the world. If it is called as a steal, then I would like to become such a thief, so people could take ideas from me. Oh, it's easy. When you look at a good design, you shouldn't have any questions, and everything looks clear. Whatever task you're facing, designing a website or posters for a modern exhibition, it should be clear to both a 5-year-old child and your neighbor. Show your work to random people, and if they don't have any doubts about what your design is for, thus you can be proud of yourself. It's a chameleon, I think. We can adapt to any new task. Sometimes we have to be bright and splashy, but sometimes we just stay invisible. I like to experiment with it. Therefore, for every project, I choose new fonts. But there are certain rules that I follow. Fonts must be readable and combinable. It's really important. Unfortunately, many even now confuse design and drawing. Design is about projecting. It has to fulfill a specific task. When creating web services, I need to analyze competitors, know patterns in user behavior, master certain programs, and not be able to draw. So my answer is no. But if you can draw, there is something to brag about among friends. The work of a designer is conventionally divided into two parts. The first is the generation of ideas, and the second is its implementation. And at the generation stage, you can design even using a napkin. For example, I create all my ideas on paper, and yes, it looks weird and twisted, but conveys the main idea. And when the idea is approved, we jump into the program and create the final work. No, after completing any course, you can become a theorist or critic, but I became a designer only in the process of work. When the fish is heated in the microwave oven, I think. It's a pretty interesting story. All my life, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. The sphere didn't matter, the main thing was to have more money. So my friends and I started our own business. We organized travel tours for small groups of people. Things were going well. New acquaintances, a lot of travel. The business had been growing, and we had a need to create our own websites and maintain pages in social networks. I volunteered to do that, and I got so caught up in the design process, font selection, site design, ad layouts, and more, that a year later, I was already working as a designer. Learn the basics of composition first. Just do it. Google basics of composition and dive into this topic. I didn't do this at the very beginning of my design journey, and then every time I'm wondering, what's wrong with my work? Why doesn't it look cool? When I did it, boom, everything fell into place. Limit yourself. Don't try to fit all modern colors, fonts, and pictures in one piece at a time. To learn this, you can set yourself the following task: to create a dynamic composition using only squares, for example. This will teach you how to work with minimal resources. Love your client. Design is a service that you do not for yourself, but for the person who contacted you. They are your best friends throughout the project, and sometimes even beyond that. Communicate with your client. Ask how they are doing, what worries them, or what they want to discuss. Don't be afraid to write to them when you're in doubt. And the better relationship with the client you have, the better the end result will be. Surround yourself with beauty. It's crucial for a designer to surround themselves with things that do inspire. Throw away the boring cup. Change your desktop wallpapers. Unsubscribe from toxic people on social media and stuff like that. That's all.